This is also important concept, Azure Sentinel. What is Azure Sentinel? Have you heard about Azure Sentinel? What is Azure Sentinel? So this is basically a security, yeah, it's for security information event management, security orchestration, automated response solution. So this is a basically managing your security, and it's a security information event management tool. It's a scalable and cloud native tool, and it delivers intelligent security analytics and threat intelligence across the enterprise, providing a single solution for alert detection, threat visibility, and proactive hunting and threat response. So it's an intelligent security analytics tool in a nutshell. Okay. Sentinel is a bird's eye view across enterprise, alleviating the stress of increasingly sophisticated attacks, increasingly volumes of alerts, and long resolution time frames. So it's used for collecting the data at cloud scale across all users, devices, applications, infrastructure, on-premises as well as multi-clouds. Most important feature is it works on premises as well as multi-clouds. It's not only able to fetch the data from your Azure, but AWS, Google Cloud, or other clouds as well. It's capable to fetch the data from all the sources, detect the previously undetected threats, minimizes the false positives with the Microsoft Analytics and unparalleled threat intelligence, investigate threats with artificial intelligence. So this is not a dummy tool, it's a tool with artificial intelligence features, and it hunts for the suspicious activities at scale, and it responds to the incidents repeatedly with built-in orchestration and automation of common tasks. It's a scalable tool. This is the cycle: collect, detect, investigate, respond. First of all, it collects the data across enterprise, including on-premises plus multi-cloud applications. Detect the threats, work on those threats, investigate it or critically analyze them, and respond it accordingly to take the action. Okay. So to onboard your Azure Sentinel, you first need to connect to your security sources. So Azure Sentinel data connectors. In order to connect Sentinel, you have to connect it to the data connectors. You can also enable built-in connectors to the broader security ecosystem for non-Microsoft products. For example, you can use syslog, common event format, REST APIs to connect your data sources with the Azure Sentinel. So after onboarding this, you have to connect data sources to start ingesting your data into the Azure Sentinel. Azure Sentinel comes with the connectors, many connectors for Microsoft products available out of the box and providing real-time integration. For example, service-to-service connectors includes Microsoft 365 Defender connectors, Microsoft 365 Offices sources such as Office 365, my Azure Active Directory, Microsoft Defender, and Cloud App Security. So these are the various ways you can connect to the different data sources. The data detectors page accessible from the Azure Sentinel navigation menu. So you have to enable the data detector, which is available on your Azure Sentinel page. Let's quickly check it. Azure Sentinel. No Azure Sentinel to display. Create Azure Sentinel. Create a new workspace. Create log analytic workspace. That needs one workspace to be created. Then you should go further. It's not showing the options until you create a new workspace. Okay, so after you create a workspace, as you can see here, selected workspace, then you will get these options: threat management, incidents, workbooks, hunting, notebooks, configuration, data detectors. Under data detectors, these are the options. Here 97 connectors, it is showing 15 connected. If you connect it with the connector, let's quickly try it. Won't take much time. Let's see if I'm able to create one Sentinel. Create a workspace. Sentinel resource group. My Sentinel. Say Amit. I'm gonna create it into the East USA. East US. Not pay as you go. See, it's not allowing me to create it in the per GB. It's creating. It's not allowing me to create in the Visual Studio mode. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. We will delete it immediately. But subscription is Visual Studio. That's fine. See, its pricing tier is pay as you go. Per GB 2018. As per this model, it will charge. Let's go ahead and see. It's under creation. Will take a minute. Can we take a quick 5 minutes break by the time it's getting created? I think it's done. Okay, let it complete then. After that, we'll go for break. Okay. It's created. Now these are the same options which you can see there. Sentinel resource group is there. No resources in the match. Create resources. Do we need to? This is Sentinel resource group. Has it created deployment, security, properties? No resources. Okay. Under Azure Sentinel, we have created a resource group, but has not it created the Azure Sentinel service. Let me again search for Sentinel. We created it earlier. It didn't create it. Create Azure Sentinel. Here you go. Add it. Now it is adding. Let it complete. Now this is the page. See, collect the data, create security alert, and automate and orchestrate. Here are the data connectors. 116 connectors. So by the time this page was there, this is having 97 connectors, and in our case 116 connectors, 0 is connected. Now which connectors you are interested in, you can select from where you want to. First I wanted to check any third party. Is there any available? Not here. What is the list? Akamai security events. Then Amazon Web Services there. Okay, when I type AWS, didn't get it. If you fetch the details, then From AWS, that's what we discussed earlier. It can fetch the data across multiple clouds, not only Azure but multiple clouds. It can fetch the data from Apache Tomcat, Azure Active Directory, okay, Firewall, Key Vault. If you say AWS, Amazon Web Services, it's asking for the details. Connect your AWS Cloud Trail with the Sentinel. You have to add the details and connect with it. The prerequisites are you integrate the AWS, make sure you have workspace, right permission is required. Let me go back to some other types. Yeah, so we were talking about Sentinel. So these are the different ways you can collect the data. Okay, so data connectors are required. From where you want to fetch the data, you can select and connect to it. If you want to say Azure Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, then you can open the connector. Okay, so which thing you want to sign in logs you want to connect, audit logs, what you want to check, apply changes, success. So it has applied the changes. If you go back to your Azure Sentinel workspace, data connectors, not yet showing connected. Successfully it has connected but not here reflecting it. Maybe it takes some time, but it's already connected. One successfully added Azure Sentinel. Okay, so that way you can select multiple connectors from which you want to fetch the data. Google Cloud is there, other options are there. Okay, so just like this, here we have connected 15 sources, data collection sources, and you can collect the data. And that's the power of Sentinel, that you can collect the data connectors from different sources, analyze it and process it. Is that clear? Similarly, you can also have, there's an option of threat intelligence. You can, if you want to set up any threat alerts, you can also do that. You can do any kind of analytical configurations, or you can also set up some watch list solutions. So this is all about the Sentinel, basically a kind of one-stop solution to gather the data from the different sources, analyze it and then report it. Okay, you can also connect with the Cisco boxes and some other third-party tools, right? So based upon that you can do the analysis and do this. So lot of other third-party options are there, like you can connect with McAfee tools, or you can Oracle database, right? So these are the different third-party tools where you can connect with through Sentinel. So Sentinel is one such application which you can use to collect data from various sources. That's what it has discussed here. Yeah, this is actually Azure as a platform, fully managed service which is used to connect with the third-party tools to collect the data from them. For example, in your enterprise, you are using different services from different clouds as well. You are using Cisco bridges as well. You are using AWS as well. You are using Google Cloud. You are using some other third-party tools. Okay, you want to protect them as well from any kind of threat. Okay, so that is there any issues on with their configuration, which is outside Azure as well. Okay, so that also can be connected to Sentinel to get the data from. Okay, with data factory you can fetch the data only from the few sources which is not supported by third party. But Sentinel is an intelligent tool. There are the major features which are the Sentinel has is that one of that it is can be connected to third party tools, non-Microsoft tools. Plus it is an intelligent tool, AI based, which can diagnose the issues and then report it. Data connector means if you are fetching you have some SQL queries. Okay, when you are using SQL server, that's a Microsoft product, SQL. Microsoft SQL you can get the data from. But what if you are using Oracle database? You want to collect the data from Oracle. Oracle is not a Microsoft tool, right? So then you can connect through Sentinel as a data connector and get the data from Oracle. Then do the analysis by after connecting it with Oracle, and then do the analysis and do the report it. See here, look at this diagram. Collect security data across your enterprise. Detect the threats, investigate the incidents, repeatedly respond it. Okay, respond it either by some automation or orchestration tool. And look at this. What is this? This is a security information event management and security orchestration automation tool. It delivers intelligent security analytics and threat intelligence across enterprise, providing a single solution for alert detection, threat visibility, proactive hunting, and threat response. And the most importantly, it can collect the data infrastructure both on premises and in multi-clouds. Okay, so it can support multiple options, or any data type can be collected which is outside the scope of Microsoft, as I shown you. And there you can see that we have Oracle, AWS even as well. So these are the data connector options. You can connect with it, and you can, so just like I have shown you the example of Amazon, you should have the required details about this. You should have, if you say open connector page, so prerequisites that to integrate with the AWS, make sure you have a written permission is required, and connect AWS to Sentinel. So these are the instructions. If you want to do that, how to do that, you have to go through this. You have to connect to AWS CloudTrail and then follow these instructions. Then you should be able to connect to AWS account. This is your AWS account ID and all this, and then you connected with AWS CloudTrail through this utility, that is your Sentinel. And then next, after you connect it, you can perform the analysis part. Okay, so let's go ahead. Maybe we'll see later when we are doing security if we have any lab on that, or if we wanted to do it, then we can do that. But it's not connected with today's topic, because today we are more concerned about not the security part but logging and monitoring. Okay, here you have about data connectors and useful links. Deploy Azure Sentinel connect data sources. So how to connect to data sources, there is a different documentation page on that, right? So deploy Azure Sentinel connect data sources, it's a complete separate documentation on that. Retrieve data and monitor incidents, this is the detailed one. Okay, so Azure, this is the overview. This is the kind of dashboard to report the incidents. So this is the potential malicious events and alerts over time, recent incidents, democratize machine language for your SecOps. So this is what they have connected with. Okay, so that way you can do the threat detection. So we are right now not doing it. So here currently there are no, in my case, this is the same page which were seeing it, and here it's showing that there are no data found so far. Last 24 hours. This is blank, no incident, because we don't have any connectors or we don't have any activities done on this, right? So it's all blank. Every time it says that add it, Azure Sentinel, create Sentinel. Okay, let's go ahead then. This is the same dashboard which we just saw that in our portal. It's all blank for a case there are no incidents. So this is built-in threat intelligence for detection and investigation, collects data on your devices, users, infra and applications, cloud and on-prem monitoring management, investigates threats using AI, artificial intelligence. Okay.